Today I'm going to be ceramic coating my 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. We're going to be using this Adams Polishes Advanced Graphene Ceramic Coating Kit, which of course I will go over in more detail later on. But before we do that, as you guys can see here, the Jeep is super filthy, so the first step in this whole process is to give this thing a good wash. So we're not going to be doing anything too crazy for the washing portion here. We're just going to be using the standard 2-bucket method, a wash mitt, and then Adams Polishes wash and wax. So if you're not familiar with the 2-bucket method, basically in one bucket you have your clean soapy water, and then in the other bucket you have your rinsing water. So what I'm going to do here is first rinse the Jeep off with some water. Then I'm going to use this wash mitt and then put this Adams Polishes wash and wax into one of those buckets filled with water, make it all soapy, and then dip the wash mitt into the soapy water. Wash about a panel at a time until the wash mitt gets dirty. Dip the wash mitt into the rinsing water and then dip it back into the soapy water, and just keep repeating until the whole Jeep gets clean. The tip that I want to give you guys when washing your vehicle is that you want to find a nice cloudy day like today. The reason for that is because you don't want to do it in direct sunlight, because that can cause it to give it water spots and that stuff, which you don't want, especially right before ceramic coating your vehicle. If you are doing this on a sunny day, you can just find a nice shady spot and that should do the trick. So after rinsing off the Jeep here, I actually did use a leaf blower to dry off all the water here. You want to make sure to not let the water actually dry onto the vehicle, because that can lead to water spots, and that's definitely what you don't want, especially right before ceramic coating. So we're back here in the garage, and just to give us some more access here in the back to make it easier to ceramic coat everything, I'm actually going to go ahead and remove this spare tire here. The thing we need to do to actually take the spare tire off here is remove this little plastic camera protector. So luckily every Jeep Wrangler does come with a little toolkit here, so we're going to remove this little ratchet thing here, and we're going to use this little Torx bit here as well. As you can see here, it does have an unlock and lock sign here, so we're just going to need to make this arrow point to the unlock, and then we can just remove this whole plastic cover. We're going to use this Torx bit here and just slide it to the unlock position. There we go. And I have noticed that this little locking mechanism here is very cheaply made. It kind of falls out sometimes, so just like that. And now we can go ahead and remove this plastic cover and put this locking mechanism back in, so it'll actually lock into place whenever we go to put this back on. Now we can go ahead and use the actual wrench that came with the Jeep and take the lug nuts off. I'll probably get a bunch of comments about this, but I actually do not have an impact, so I just have to use this the whole time. Now that we have the spare tire off, you guys can see all the dirt here that we missed underneath the spare tire. So obviously this part here is plastic, but there also is paint underneath here that we did miss as well. So you can see a few water spots down here, and also the window here behind the spare tire as well. So we'll go ahead and wipe this part off and then move on. So now that we got the Jeep all washed up and ready to go, let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of the Adams Polishes Advanced Graphene Ceramic Coating Kit. Show you guys what's in the box and talk about what we're going to do. It is always very important to have a perfect finish on your paint before actually ceramic coating, because this ceramic coating kit here that I'm about to show you guys actually lasts for 9 years. So if you have any kind of imperfections in your paint, like water spots or any kind of etch lines, then if you ceramic coat over those, then they're going to be there for 9 years. So you definitely don't want that to happen. Since my 392 here is brand new, I only have a little bit over 300 miles on this thing. There's no water spots on this, no grit in the paint, nothing that I would need to actually clay bar out of it. We can take an up close look here at the Jeep after washing it. You can see it has very nice flake to it. No water spots here whatsoever, and this is just after a simple 2-bucket method wash, as you guys saw. Like I said, there's no need to clay a vehicle's paint that's this new or this clean, because there's just, you know, no purpose really. Same thing with the scratch and swirl removal. There's no scratches on this thing, no swirls yet, and of course the ceramic coating will keep it that way as well. With the hand polish, that's just personal preference. You can polish your vehicle if it's brand new, but I'm just going to leave it just like this because, you know, it's already very shiny, very glossy. So I'm happy with how it looks right now, and I think this paint right now is ready to be ceramic coated how it is. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox this Graphene Ceramic Coating Advanced Kit from Adams Polishes. All right, so here we have an Adams Polishes single soft plush towel. Have another one of those soft plush towels here as well. And then here we have a borderless microfiber towel. Here we have the actual suede applicators. We do have 2 of these, and these are used to actually apply the ceramic coating to the vehicle. And we have the surface prep, and then we also have the graphene boost. So of course the surface prep is going to be used right before we apply the actual ceramic coating, just to make sure that the paint is perfect. And this also does get rid of any kind of waxes and films that are currently on the vehicle. And then the graphene boost here can be used after you wash the vehicle, just to extend the life of your ceramic coating. Right here we have the actual advanced graphene ceramic coating product. We also do have some gloves that should be used when ceramic coating. We have instructions here as well. And then we have the spray nozzles for the 2 bottles of the surface prep and the graphene boost. Now the entire kit that I just showed you guys was $160 from the Adams Polishes website. You can also spend $10 extra and get a UV light, which I actually did not buy this time because I have this one from my previous ceramic coating kit that I bought a few years ago when I did the Challenger. This is actually very helpful. I would recommend getting one of these if you don't have it, because it really helps to see where, if there's any spots that you've missed with the ceramic coating, because basically all you have to do is shine it on the paint just like this, and it'll show you which part has actually been ceramic coated. So very useful tool in my opinion. Alright guys, so like I said, the Adams Polishes Graphene Ceramic Coating Advanced Kit did come with instructions. So of course, number 1 is going to be preparation. So we're going to be using the surface prep, which is right over here. Then we're going to be using the single soft towels, which we got 2 of those in the kit as well. So obviously you want to make sure that you have, you know, washed your car, clayed it if you need to, use the scratch and swirl removal as well as the polish. And of course, that's all optional. That's all up to you. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing any of those extra stuff. So the first step here, we're going to use the surface prep here, and that's basically to remove excess polish and residue. So we're going to be spraying this product onto the exterior of the surface, and we're going to be using the microfiber towel to wipe it away, and we're going to work section by section. So I'm going to start here on the hood. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this Adams Polishes single soft plush towel. Strip this thing open and take it right out. Now I will admit, this thing is extremely soft, like softer than any other towels that I have currently. So we're going to go ahead and spray this onto the surface and then just wipe it off with the towel. And I also did just notice that these little spray bottles have this little safety thing, so I just have to remove that for it to actually be able to spray. So let's go ahead and start spraying here. Not going to do too much for the first time. I just want to see how this stuff actually works and how it sprays. And one thing that you'll notice with a few, you know, lower quality microfiber cloths is that sometimes if they're not very good quality, they leave like little particles and like fabrics behind. And this one doesn't do any of that. So very happy to see that. Now this product here, of course, also, if you have very good lighting like I do right here, then it's gonna show up any kind of imperfections that you have in the paint. So if you did miss anything, then this is pretty much your last chance to correct any kind of imperfections that you might have in the paint. Now for this, you want to use this product on every part that you're going to be ceramic coating, obviously. Now this ceramic coating does work obviously on paint. You can use it on the glass, the wheels, plastic, any kind of trim here. Now for this, I'm just going to be doing the paint and the glass. All right, so that's basically all there is to the surface prep. So just go ahead and keep doing that for the entire surface that you're going to be ceramic coating. Make sure you cover everything perfectly. Make sure there's no imperfections in the paint or the glass. And after you were done with that, we'll go ahead and move on to the next step. All right guys, so after working for about an hour or two, we got the surface prep applied to the entire Jeep. I also wanted to go back on something that I mentioned earlier whenever I said that this towel was very high quality because it did not leave any fabric behind. As you can see right here, it did leave a pretty good amount of fabric behind, especially on the windows. Of course, I'm just gonna have to be very careful when actually applying the ceramic coating to not apply anything over this fabric that's left over here. So I'm just gonna have to wipe this off a few times before actually applying the ceramic coating here. As I also mentioned earlier, this kit did come with these 2 single soft plush towels and then this borderless light microfiber towel. So it's actually supposed to come with 2 suede towels. So I was supposed to get these 2, which I did, but this is not supposed to be included in the kit. I'm supposed to get 2 suede towels instead of this. And then we also do have the 2 suede applicators. Now, luckily, since I already purchased the ceramic coating kit a few years ago, I had an extra pair of suede towels laying around. Luckily, I won't actually have to wait for Adams Polishes to send me out another pair of suede towels, but just something that I wanted to mention there. So now that we have applied the surface prep to the entire vehicle, every single area that you want to ceramic coat, we're ready to actually move on to the actual ceramic coating now. So I'm going to be using this borderless towel here just to wipe away any of the fabric that the other towel left behind. So of course you don't want to be ceramic coating over anything else except for the bare paint. It also is a good idea to use gloves for this just to not get any of this product on your skin. And the kit actually did come with these gloves, so that's what I'm using. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with this section of the hood right here. Like I said, I'm just going to be using this little towel here and just wiping off any of the leftover fibers from the other towel. Make sure it's as clean as we can get it. So this looks pretty perfect to me. All right, so now we can go ahead and open up the ceramic coating. And we're going to apply a few drops to the suede applicator right here. All right, so to open up this little bottle here, all you have to do is just press down and then open the cap. And as soon as I open this up, I can immediately smell it. So it's definitely a very strong product. Now, I believe I did watch a video from Adams Polishes, and they said that the advanced graphene ceramic coating has 45% of their active ingredient. The standard ceramic coating has 30%, and the ceramic spray coating, I think, had like 5%. So that shows you how much stronger the advanced kit actually is when you compare it to the other ones. So like I said, we're going to just apply a few drops to the suede applicator kit. That should be good. And then immediately you do want to close the actual bottle just so it doesn't cure inside that little tip right there. Now we can go up and down and then side to side. If there's one part of this process that you want to do perfect, then this is probably it. Because after this, there's pretty much no going back. So here I'm just going to be careful with the little 392 badge, just going to go around it just like that. Make sure I'm still being consistent with everything. And go back to where I left off right there. Make sure we got all the edges correctly. So I'm just going to go all the way down here to where it crosses over to the grill. All right, now we can go left to right. just to make sure we get an even coverage. I'm going to go over the badge. And then back left. Now this part is definitely a little bit time consuming and you do have to be extremely detailed when doing this. But the end result definitely should be worth it. It's going to be my last one right here. And then I'll let it make that rainbow. Alright, so I don't see any like rainbow yet. I don't know if it's just because of the lighting that I have or what. But if I don't see anything, I'll just wait like a minute and then wipe it off. I can kind of see it if I look at it at an angle. The rainbow effect really isn't too visible. I don't know if it's just because I have like direct light directly above it. But I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like rainbow and I still don't see anything. And I've been trying to look at it like an angle. So I think it's been long enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe it off. Make sure it's all level. Make sure there's no streaks or anything. All right, that should be good. So next I'm gonna do this section right here with the Rubicon logo all the way out to here. So I'm just gonna wipe it off, make sure it's absolutely perfect. Make sure there's no like leftover fabric or any like smears or streaks. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and open up the ceramic coating. Okay, that should be good. I'm actually just going to do that section right there. We can worry about this later. Now this is also a good example of when that UV flashlight would be handy, because I don't know where exactly I left off with that previous section. So after I do this one, I'm actually going to use that UV flashlight and kind of see if I missed any spots. Hopefully going over these letters does not hurt anything. Now it did say this product can be used on any part of the vehicle, so I'm going to assume it's going to be safe here. Alright, so we went left to right. Now we can go up and down. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off now. So I'm going to go ahead and continue ceramic coating the entire Jeep here. So like I said, we're going to be doing the paint and the windows. So it's pretty much the same process for everything. It just takes a long time, so you have to be patient and very detailed. So I'll give you guys an update and let's get to work. All right, so I went ahead and turned the lights off and I want to show you guys how this UV light works. Of course, I've been using this glove to apply the ceramic coating, and you can see whenever I shine it on my glove, you can see which part of the gloves actually have that ceramic coating on it. After a full day of work, I can finally say that we are finished up with the ceramic coating on my 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. I wanted to give you guys a quick walk around of the Jeep here and show you how it turned out. So now that we are finished up with the ceramic coating, we do need to let it cure for about 24 hours. So I'm just going to leave it here in the garage. And then after 24 hours, the ceramic coating will be completely hardened and completely cured. Overall, the process was pretty simple. Didn't really run into any issues. You see here, I did remove the antenna just to make this part a little bit easier. Then if we walk around here to the back, you guys know I did also remove the spare tire so I could get this whole section back here pretty easily as well, along with the rear window here as well. So definitely a big help removing that spare tire back here. I also did do some of the trim pieces here. So these fender flare extensions, I did ceramic coat those. In the front here, I also did do the lights, headlights, as well as the daytime running lights and the turn signal there on the side. Back here to the side, I also did ceramic coat the side view mirrors as well. So I pretty much did everything except for the metal parts and the wheels. If you are interested in learning how to do the full in-depth prep process before doing the ceramic coating, definitely check out my Dodge Challenger ceramic coating tutorial that I did a few years ago. Because whenever I did that car, that thing had a whole bunch of water spots on it, a lot of etch lines in it as well. So I had to do the clay bar and scratch and swirl removal as well as the polish before ceramic coating it. And that was a whole 2-day process. So like I said, I do have a video on my channel on how to do that whole entire in-depth prep process. Released that video a few years ago, and I also will link that video in the description of this video below. So as you guys see here, I did use up a little bit more than half of the ceramic coating product that I got here. So I think this could last 2 vehicles, and of course I do also have a little bit left from 2 years ago whenever I did the Challenger. Now luckily I still did have that kit, because as I mentioned before, this new advanced kit did not come with the Suede Towels. I guess they just put the wrong towels in my kit. So luckily I still have those Suede Towels from the kit that I got 2 years ago. Like I said guys, the advanced graphene ceramic coating is supposed to last for 9 years. 9 years of protection, and then of course we do also have the ceramic boost, which was included in the kit. And that can be used anytime after you wash the vehicle, or if it's clean, you can also apply it then on a dry surface or a wet surface as well. That's supposed to give you protection for about 6 months. And it's also a good way to extend the life of your graphene ceramic coating. If you're an OCD car guy or Jeep guy like me, or if you just want to have your paint protected, then I would definitely recommend getting your vehicle ceramic coated. It is a pretty good project to do on your own, but of course you can also have it professionally done at a shop. But if you go that route, then it also is a lot more expensive because you have to pay a lot for the labor. And I've seen some places charge, $1,500 to $2,000 just for a ceramic coating. And as you guys heard, I paid $160 for this graphene ceramic coating kit, and I got it done all within a day. So definitely a lot cheaper if you have the time and if you're able to do it on your own. I know it's only been about an hour since I applied the ceramic coating, and I can already feel a huge difference whenever I'm wiping the Suede towel over the paint. It definitely feels a lot smoother, a lot softer, so definitely very excited to see how this thing will repel water and how easy it will be to keep it clean. All the plastic trim pieces like the fender flare extensions here, as well as this section right here, it's pretty much the same exact process. You don't really have to do anything different. At the beginning, I was saying that it was kind of difficult to see the rainbow effect of the ceramic coating. The only place that I actually was able to see the rainbow color was on the windows. So I'm thinking it's just how the lighting was hitting it. That's kind of why I wasn't able to see the full rainbow effect. And I do remember that whenever I was doing the Challenger, it was easier to see that rainbow color. And I'm thinking that's because this paint has more flake to it, and the Challenger was just kind of like a straight red color. So not really much flake, but here you can see this paint definitely does have a lot of blue flakes in it. So definitely a fan of this color. So what I did, I just waited about 30 seconds to a minute before I wiped it off with that Suede towel. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure to drop those down below, and thanks for watching.